Welcome back to TK's Learning Lounge. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to do a word problem with elapsed time using a number line. So oftentimes, especially in fourth grade, students are required to use a number line to solve the word problem. So for today's example, we have if Mary left her home at 9:30 a.m. and she returned at 1:45 p.m., how long was she away from home? So I also want to point out that when doing a word problem, any word problem, it is always best for the students to read the word problems 3 times. 3 times would be great. 2 times at least, but they should be reading every single word problem 2 to 3 times. Also, on that third time or the second time, they should be going back to use what is called a cube strategy to circle things, underline, box in things. Make sure they're aware of what the question's asking you, as well as depending on the type of word problem, they can also take notes on what information they do know from reading the word problem and what information they still need to find out, as well as what is the question asking you to do. So I'm going to read it again. If Mary left her home at 9:30 and she returned at 1:45 p.m., how long was she away from home? So I know that I have some important times here, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to underline the time that she left. So she left at, and I'm going to circle 9:30 a.m. So that is an important part of what we need to know in order to solve. She returned at 1:45 p.m. How long was she away from home? So I'm going to box in that question so that I can be sure I'm aware of what the question is asking me to do, so that at the end I can go back and make sure that I have actually answered that question. So I'm just going to make a couple notes here. So 9:30 is going to be my start and my finish time is going to be 1:45. I'm just going to go back and add the AM and PM, just so again, jotting down notes to make sure that I am very aware of all the information provided and what I need to do in order to help me solve. Now, I've already started my number line here. I am going to start with the beginning time, which is 9:30 a.m. So I'm just going to add 9:30 here. And this can be done different ways depending on your child and what numbers are friendly for them. Some students may be able to jump in 30-minute increments. Some students may be able to jump in an hour for 60 minutes. Some people may have to do 10 minutes. Whatever works for your child is totally fine. So I'm going to start with, because I know from 9:30 to 1:45, that's a good amount of time away. So I'm going to jump 1 hour. So I'm going to make a little jump, and inside I'm going to put plus 1 hour, and 1 hour from 9:30 would be 10:30. Now I'm going to make another jump because I know I'm not there yet. And I'm going to do the same thing. Plus 1 hour, plus 1 hour is now going to put me at 11:30. I know that I still need to get to 1:45. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to jump another hour. Now, again, if your student's able to jump maybe 2 and 3 hours at a time, that is okay as well. So 1 more hour is now going to put me at 12:30. And now I'm going to jump again. So plus 1 more hour. And now I am at 1:30. So now from here, I'm going to stop with the 1 hour jumps because I know that 1:30 is very close to 1:45. So again, this is another spot where things may be different. Maybe your child needs to go by 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Some students may know that from 1:30 to 1:45 is 15 minutes, so they can make that jump. So I'm going to make the jump, and I'm going to do plus 15 minutes, and that's going to now put me at 1:45 p.m. So now I've done all the work to figure out the time, but I need to make sure that I'm answering the question. How long was she away from home? I still do not know that yet because I have not calculated my jumps yet. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to count 1 hour, 2, 3, 4 hours and 15 minutes. So I know my total 4 hours and 15 minutes, but I'm going to answer the question in a complete sentence. So Mary. And this also helps with their writing skills, making sure that they're using proper capitalization and punctuation. Mary was away for 4 hours, 15 minutes. Now, I also tell my students to make sure they underline the time, only because sometimes it gets hard to find which answer they are submitting for their final answer if they've done like work, and sometimes it may not be like the neatest. So I always tell my students to make sure they underline so I don't have to search through their work to find the answer. So our final answer is that Mary was away for 4 hours and 15 minutes. And that is how you would solve a word problem that involves elapsed time using a number line. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as well as continue to drop in the comments any math strategies that you guys would like to see next. See you next time.